The Church, the body of Christ, is multidimensional and mystical. It is both what we see and what cannot be seen. So we enter this journey cherishing the past we have witnessed and embracing a vision of the future.
My father came out of this country in 28. Mother came at the end of 28, and yours truly arrived on November the 8th, 1929. Somehow he knew that my father was working in Johor, and they knew each other because my father is a doctor, but before he qualified as a doctor, he did a BA at Serampore College, and that was where he met Father Alexios. So when the baptism took place, the guy who was supposed to be my godfather couldn't make it, and Achan said, "Not to worry, I will be his godfather." And that, I think, has been a great blessing for him.
The movement of Malayalis from India was mainly to the rubber estates in Malaysia. Most of the Malayalis came here to work in rubber estates and of course palm oil estates, and then subsequently they brought in their fellow families as well as relatives, and I think that's how they started.
The Jacobite Union was formed in 1931 with a few members in Malaya and Singapore joined together. That union was initiated to bring the priest. The first priest was Joseph, Father Joseph.
There was no church for us. We were conducting service in YMCA. Then we collected cash collections. We collected cash collections and we built what we see today, the main church we built. That was in 1956, I think.
The beginning, starting the church, I was in the church. 1956, I think. So I am one of the members since that. And I used to come there. Very important cases I come there. From Terengganu to Kuala Lumpur, it will take 2 days. We had to cross 13 ferries. So each ferry it will take about 1 to 2 hours. Sometimes ferry is out of order. That means we have to stay until ferry repaired.
So Achans will come, pick them up, bring them. So once you bring to the your plantation, he takes over the whole thing, meeting people, actually meeting Mount Thomas, going everybody's house, never is there. Then he returns back to here. So he played a very important role. That time we didn't have Romanized, no. All this Romanized was not books. We didn't have Romanized, and I can't speak Malayalam at all. So no Romanized books. But we followed. That was basically because of Achans.
Yes.
They made a point of coming there. If no Achans means, I think you get lost along the way. Church, we only use once in 2 months, once in 3 months, not often. But it gave us that being the family, because the church was a place that we meet everybody.
അച്ഛൻ വരും വന്നിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ ഹൗസ് വിസിറ്റ് ഉണ്ട് വീട്ടിൽ താമസിക്കും അച്ഛനെ ഇങ്ങനെ മെമ്പേഴ്സ് ആരെങ്കിലും എല്ലായിടത്തും കൊണ്ടുപോകും എല്ലാ വീട്ടിലും കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് തിരിച്ചു കൊണ്ടും അവരെ ട്രെയിനിനെ കയറ്റിയോ ടാക്സി കയറ്റിയോ തിരിച്ചു വിടും.
We had this Haile Selassie, the emperor of Ethiopia. He had visited us, and we as children, we were participant of it. We went, helped. We went even to so we had to take chairs for Haile Selassie to sit down. We have to have the royal chair. So we went to the King Agong's place. We borrowed chairs from there. And those are special chairs. We have to borrow, bring in all protocol. And these people, Tianaman uncle, Koshi uncle, Papi uncle, and many more, they were the people who built up for the church. And especially what I remember is that they had involved in a lot of fundraising for the hostel. Staying in the hostel, it was like a family. I can remember Mara Achan there. So he also used to bring all together. So Achan played a very important part.
PK Koshi was proposed for the youth camp, and they agreed to do the first youth camp in Singapore.
More part of understanding the people from outside outside the Lang Lang area. We became good friends. It was useful, very useful. The connection between all members of the church. When I attended the 72, I think, in KL, met quite a number of them again.
When our existing foreign Episcopal was made a priest, the remaining from India came, and the ceremony was held in this church. I think it was a historical moment when we went to India, studied, qualified, came back, and was ordained in the church in Kuala Lumpur.
It used to be Achan Apacha when he was Achan, then Rambachan, and then eventually it became Tirumeni Apacha.
Actually, all our Bibles when we were younger were given by Tirumeni Apacha, and all the storybooks, a lot of things. We have a lot of Bibles, kid stories, Bible, and all this. It was all Tirumeni gave us as we were growing up. So it was an important part
for our spiritual life. The difficult part of assimilating into church was not going to church so often because we live so far away. But
all these Appachans and Amachis actually made it a lot easier. These are the people that we still talk to today. They used to advise us. They used to make sure that they're rooted, and we had it's a blessing that we have this generation to guide us, and we shouldn't take that for granted ever.
This is a good initiative. The youths are taking part in these sort of activities. That's a good sign. Lot of hope, and hope depends on our youth.
Especially, we must be proud of our church. We are still living and worshipping harmoniously as one.
Absolutely. Very proud. Very proud of my family and my background.
God gave me a good life, my end age. That's all. Even tomorrow He called me, Lord called me, I go. I'm peacefully go. I'm satisfied with my life. Really, I'm satisfied.
There is light. Through the tunnel, there is light.
90 years ago, a seed was sown by Father Alexios. Many toiled to preserve this seed. Now we have a beautiful garden of a new generation growing stronger, ready to be blessed for many years to come.